What's good, family? It's your boy Jedionline for Jedionline. Illuminati live, red pill, true, Illuminati. Clicks, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And please put the numbers you like in the chat. You know, like that. And it's my 2 pence. We're back again. Get me? The Marks and Spencer's version. Yeah? Not the little Poundland version. You get me? That I tried to offer up last week because Maverick on the ones and twos weren't here. I went to record, like, on my phone. The lighting was all off. The camera weren't even in focus. So I ended up just using little clips just to keep you lot, you know, you lot that was looking for my weekly thing. I just done some clips out of the terrible footage that I had. So I apologize for the quality. We're trying to keep some quality control up in this biatch. Do you know what I mean? So we're back, shiny, spandangling.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we're here, spandangling. You don't know, man. It's cool. Man's laughing and that. So, where we at? What am I gonna say? Yeah, good things coming though, man. Speakonomics. Make sure you stay tuned every Thursday, 7:30. Speakonomics. Big up the Patreon gang. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Patreon names up now. Let's do that. Big up the Patreon gang. All of them. Stand up and big up the Patreon gang. If you ain't joined the Patreon gang, you're slightly moving like a pagan. But I know times are hard. But there's different tiers. Right about now, the early bird uploads of the Speakonomics and all my content goes on Patreon first. So if you want to see it, sometimes it could be a week early. Sometimes it's a few days early, and sometimes it's just exclusive content that don't go nowhere else. So please, and if you want to find a way to support me, maybe you ain't got a PayPal, you ain't got whatever, you ain't got no means, I ain't got super chat on my channel just yet, and you want to support the kid, go over to Patreon and support. Also, the episodes that come out, you can rent them. You can rent them like one episode at a time. So you don't have to just join the whole of Patreon and be getting direct debited every month or whatever. You could just join it for one time. So say you want to see there's a new episode out, you could just pay I think it's like £3 and just watch it, and you don't have to be obligated to be signed on or wherever. You don't have to sign out or they take next money next month, whatever. So show some love to your boy, innit? Because I'm not monetized yet, and judging from the subjects and the things that man's keeping up with, I don't know. Monetization may not come on YouTube. It is what it is. But we gotta eat regardless, so support your kid, innit? You get me? Like a good father and mother. You get me? Child support. Yeah? Because I'm a child of God. So support me. Child support. Right, your heart beats, yeah? Yeah, well, you need to stop beating. That's the whole problem. It's the beating that got you there in the first place. Boom! So, I just want to know, you lot at home, I'm picturing you lot mentally. Show of hands if you've ever choked on smoke. Don't fucking lie. Don't lie. If you ever choked on smoke, like if you've ever been smoking and the choke's been in your lung, the smoke's been in your lungs, you've coughed and you've ended up choking. Yeah? Alright, cool. Have you ever choked on food? I gave an example earlier. I've choked on rice. I've even had I remember a time rice come out my nose. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Yeah? Yeah, rice come out my nose, bro. Like I'm coughing, I don't know what happened. Rice is in my nose. You get me? Nostril rice. Boom. Fishbone. That's a really dangerous one. People be dying from that shit. Fishbone, peanuts, seeds and that of different fruits. Yeah, nah, cool. Remember, you get me? So it's cool. You get me? I know everyone's Y Raiders going off. You lot are childish. I'm not even entertaining it. But choking is choking, yeah? You're finding it difficult to catch it. Something's blocking your fucking windpipe. You get me? Whether it be food or drink, and it's a mad situation for you, right? And people die from choking, asphyxiation, and all these things. Say that to say this. I'm watching you lot at home. Hands up if you've ever choked on piss. Because this is what's happened. This is what's happened to R&B star Cassie. She thought it'd be a smart idea. Well, I can't say that, but somehow she ended up with Diddy. She had, for all the man in the world, She ended up with Diddy. She ended up with Sean P. Diddy Coombs. And somewhere along the line, she ended up choking on piss, bruv. She's like, bear man, were urinating on me, urinating in my mouth, and one time I was choking on it. I don't even know. She's given her evidence in a court case, and these are one of the things that's coming out. There's some stories. People have been standing on her, like all sorts is going on. Escorts are coming out. So let me do this kind of chronologically because I ain't watching the trial or anything like that. I just heard little bits and bobs. That's kind of making me bend up. Now, you know, like, Jedi, why are you bending up? This is serious. A woman's been abused and now we're and I'm just like, is what it is. Like, I feel like once you was getting that peas, yeah, you're getting abused. I don't think that just because you're getting peas doesn't mean you're not getting abused. But it kind of, I picture a woman saying, you know what, this is fuckery, but I'm gonna stick in there and get this bag. You get me? You get me? I see a woman getting someone came out and said they saw Diddy spend $500,000 on her in one sitting.
Before or after the piss?
I don't know. Probably after the pee, right? And like, my opinion is, I met an escort at a podcast. He was a fellow panelist at a podcast, and he claimed to have been an escort or whatever he was, exotic dance or something like that, and he gave the story. This is before the lawsuit actually came out that Cassie had invited him to her room, and when he went to the room, Diddy was dead there. Diddy was dead there in a corner. Diddy in a corner. Yeah, Diddy was dead there in the corner, diddling or something, whatever. If a man wants to be in a room while I'm skeeting, and I'm assuming in the shadows in the corner, I'm assuming he's treating man like live Pornhub right now. Do you know what I mean? Live in the, like, get me? That's a fuck concert.
The guy that you spoke to, did he stay or leave?
He done his thing. But my opinion is Cassie's a freak. She a freak. Diddy's a freak. That's why she could get with Diddy. They got freaky. Maybe he was freakier than her. Maybe he forced her to do freaky things that she didn't want to do. But there was definitely freaky things she did want to do. Right? So, I say that to say this. Let's cue this, let me cue this, this clip.
If someone puts a thumb in my bum and makes me do Lamborghini doors without my consent, and I decide that I want 2 million instead of that person going to jail, that's my prerogative. If I decide that I'm going to come out in 10 years and face the music, that's my prerogative. Some of you were sent to country when you was younger to go and move food for brothers. You wanted to come back, you wasn't allowed back, yet you failed to understand how coercion works. You're asking, why didn't Cassie leave? Forgetting that we saw her try to leave in the hotel lobby and Diddy toe punted her. Do you know how mad you've got to be to toe punt someone with no shoes on? We've all hit our little toe on the side of the door and we felt that pain. Do you know how mad you've got to be to toe punt someone with no shoes on? When Conor McGregor's case came out about 5-6 months ago, it was revealed that the lady went the civil route and not the criminal route. People were like, oh, she's money hungry. Why didn't she want him to go to jail? If somebody put a thumb in your bum and made you do Lamborghini doors, you brothers listening right now, and you could get 20 million, or that person could go to jail, you are picking that 20 million. So why do you act a fool when it comes to these women's cases? I really don't understand it. Some of you are really, really showing your it's mad because I always say that a lot of brothers don't like women. And I say that because just because you sleep with women, because you're in a relationship with them, you have family with them, does not mean that you like them. There were slave masters who were raping women, having families with them, in relationships with them, that they didn't love them. All the stuff that we saw happen with Diddy and Cassie, it wasn't to do with him being a freak. It was humiliation. It was abuse. We're forgetting that he signed her to Bad Boy Records for a 10-album deal, only done 1 album for her, and held her under duress, financially abused her. Yet we're asking, why didn't she leave? Some of you are in workplaces right now. Your boss is calling you a prick. He's emotionally abusing you. You haven't left. Why is that? Why haven't you left? Like, we don't understand how coercion and Stockholm syndrome is. Like, we don't understand. I've got a lot of young men who follow me and they've asked me my opinion on this. And all I really like to do is talk about business. But it's just seeing the comments of why didn't she leave? Why did she wait 10 years? Why did she get the 20 million? If someone put thumb in your bum, you now, that's doing bad, man. I'm telling you now, you're going to collect that 20 million. Yet you're asking, why did Cassie? I remember being in school and there was a girl who gave shines. Shines is basically oral sex. That's what we used to call it back in the day. She gave shines to one brother. And that brother told her to give shines to 2 other guys in the group and said to her, if you didn't give them shines, I'm going to tell the whole school. And she gave them shines. She didn't have a gun to her head. And you could ask, why did she do it? Like, we don't understand why she did it. Like, we don't understand coercion. We've got a long way to go. Have a fantastic day.
Okay, so big him up. I think he made some good points. I get what he's talking about when he's talking about coercion. I also think that we got a problem with accountability, and right now, even victims can have some level of accountability. It just depends on how deep in your victimhood you are. Me personally, I'm the type of person, stuff happens to me, I take all responsibility. Stuff I get involved in, I take all responsibility and try to figure my way out from that perspective. As in, right, I've allowed this to happen. I've given this opportunity. I was slipping. I didn't see this. I didn't recognize that, whatever. But I look for my own accountability first, right? And I just think we've got escorts. We got her talking about I'm always ready for a freak off in text. We've got escorts saying, yeah, no, she was on it. She asked me to do this. She asked me to pee on her or do this or rare. And she told me off when I weren't doing it right. Like, we've got different accounts of different people saying, yo, yeah, she was down, she was involved. And even her admitting she was involved. We got another thing of her being abused by Diddy in this abusive, coercive Stockholm relationship. Then leaving Diddy, getting away from Diddy, then going for dinner with Diddy. Then Diddy graping her after the dinner. Then her leaving Diddy, getting back with her man, then going back to Diddy and having consensual sex with Diddy after that. Yeah? And then also FaceTiming her partner while she's having sex with Diddy, while she's doing things with Diddy. So this seems like there's some freakiness iguana all around, isn't it? Like, this not act like it's just, he's just on a madness and like you're on stuff too. That's what I'm saying. So I don't feel like Cassie can get away completely scot-free. And I do believe, yeah, that when it came down to a criminal case, you weren't pursuing that. You were pursuing the 20 mil. And if you want to get paid 20 mil, then just say so. Let's just say, okay, yeah, I got paid 20 mil. Like, and this, like, I hear what the brother's saying. If something's happened to you, I ain't going to repeat what he was saying, yeah? But if something's happened to you and you got the chance of that person going in jail or you getting money, what are you going to do? Me personally, I'm going to be on getting the money. I agree with him, yeah? Because I don't think that jail is really anything. Do you know what I mean? And I can take 10% of that money and get your dance done in like 4 years. You get me? While I'm on the other side of the world. You get me? I can just get your dance done, whatever. But at the same time, for real victims out there that need people to step forward and tell the truth and whatever, maybe prosecute or whatever, because this is what people in the world nowadays, they say they want, they want prosecution, they want justice. I feel like there's other female victims that will let down by you just going for the bag. And all these other females that are just going for the bag and not pursuing a criminal prosecution, I think that's an issue. Yeah, you should get paid. You should get your P's, whatever, wipe him clean, like, get me, bankrupt him. But at the same time, I think that it kind of gives an indication on what your attitude is towards justice or for this case or whatever. So we got to be careful, yeah? But I do hear what the brother's saying. Coercion, you can stay in situations that you don't really want to be in, whatever. But then how do you explain, like, FaceTiming your man while you're beating and that?
Coercion leads to manipulation. Only thing I can think of.
Yeah, well, that's what they're basically one and the same. Coercion and manipulation are one and the same. But it's like, I don't know, man. But that's crazy. And then the brother, let's get on to the brother. So you're going to support your missus and you don't know nothing. I don't know how much he knows actually, to tell the truth, from what the stories I'm hearing. But you go to support your missus, and then you hear about your missus has been slammed by like 13, 14, 15 man. And also, not only has she been like, you know what I mean, expanded by multiple dudes, she's been choking on piss. That good morning kiss is just not the same now. You know that good morning kiss just got a different like aftertaste to it now. Like I don't know. Did I say good morning piss?
No,
the morning kiss
morning
piss.
piss
Kiss. Now you get me? Like, yeah, you trying to give man the piss kiss, and I'm like, every time she goes to kiss me, I'm kind of like moving my face, like, oh yeah, morning, babe. Like, yeah. That's the beginning of the end of our relationship when I hear you've been choking on piss. I can't even lie. I like to be a better man. Do you know what I mean? And hats off to him, because it could never be me.
You would never say to the girl, "Don't worry, babe, I get it. You're still mad."
No, not with the whole story. Not with not with the whole story. Not with the whole story. Like, get me? I've been with gal before, and certain things have come out, and I'm like, all right, cool. I can work around this maturely and do you know what I mean? I've heard one or two bits, but nothing like that, bro. Nothing like that. So it's mad. I'm just saying. What am I saying? I'm saying, right, you know what? Cassie is a victim to some sorts, yeah. But also, I think she's been a perpetrator as well. And I think you being a victim to a crime doesn't alleviate the other crimes that you have helped to perpetuate or facilitate, exactly. You know what I mean? And I believe that she's been guilty of facilitating some effery too and victimizing other people. And I don't think that that's excusable because of what you've been through. But, you know, I ain't been in them situations and I never will, so I can't speak. But my opinion, my 2 pence is, I feel like some people have been saying for a while, Cassie ain't no angel. You know what I mean? She ain't no angel. Do you know what I mean? And more importantly, the accountability of all, like, trying to look past anything she does mad. We're just gonna look past it because she's a female and she's been wronged, and it's like we can't see any wrongdoing on her part. And I just don't think that's a fair world. Like, do you know what I mean? Big up Cassie, but yeah, you done got peas. You got your 2 million. I mean, your 20 million. You've got whatever peas you got when you was with Diddy, whatever. You've got your thing in it. So I just got to look at this thing objectively. I can't be getting all emotional, like, oh, the poor girl, rare. And I'm hearing stories of her FaceTiming man when she's getting cheated. FaceTiming her man and cheating on her man and doing and going back to Diddy after he's done this. He did this to me, did that to me. I went back to him and I you get me? I was in another relationship and I still linked Diddy and sexted him, and I don't know. It's a bit messy. There's a lot of overlap going on. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of overlap, and I understand being a victim, but anyway, that's enough talking about Cassie. So. What? Yeah. Pissy kissy Cassie. It's nuts, cuz. Get me? Pissy kissy Cassie. All kinds of things. She's getting up to all sorts of stuff. It's mad. I don't know, man. If you find out that's your gal, you gotta be strong, man. You gotta have an iron back. You know what I mean? you gotta have an iron spine, an iron back not to fold. You get me? You gotta be made of some minerals, mate. Cause
I feel like in a situation like that is even heartbreaking. It's like, alright, cool, what I found out.
Look, Philip testified. So Cassie was actually the one who asked me to urinate on her. They had just come out of the room and she had asked me if I had ever done that before. And I said no. She told me to do it, and apparently I was doing it wrong because they both stopped me and told me I was supposed to let a little out and not take a leak on her. Combs, Puffy, was pleasing himself, yeah, as Philip urinated on Cassie. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Cool. The men were nutting on Cassie or in Cassie, and then when the man would nut in Cassie, Yeah, Diddy would be like, yo, quick. And they'd go into another room, and Cassie saying, in the other room, Cassie would be instructed to wipe the male essence onto Diddy's chest, like namely like his nips and that. So rub the nut. Get me the nut.
I wonder if this is what Lucifer requires.
Rub the nut into man's chest in another room. So I don't know, man. The story's just mad, but I think there's way more madness. Like, to be honest, I gotta stay on track. Yeah, Diddy's doing a madness, whatever. He's a freak. I'm not sure where all the crimes are. They've released the video of extended version, director's cut of the video where he's running her down and in the hallway. We've seen this one already. We know we done that. You get me? That's the one that changed bare people's minds. Oh yeah, he's on crud. We've seen that one. But what else? What other crimes is he doing? What else is he doing? I just need, like, let's get to some juicy part of the crimes, and let's get to the part where he starts naming all the other people that was at the parties.
Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing. I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
That's what we really want to hear. You get me? We want to know. You get me? Let's throw some names out there. We want to know who was at the party. Put it in the comments. You get me? Who was dead there? Yeah, they're naming Kevin Hart and all that, and I don't know. Kev.
I've seen some suspicious.
Kev, man, like Kev, you know.
Suspiciously.
All right, man. I just want to give a shout out, yeah, to LQP Kwa. LQP Kwa is the young man who went famous. Well, not famous, but went viral for the freestyles where he'd be talking about positivity and talking about life in the streets and how to but he was coming from such a positive angle. And anyway, he's been shot and had his life taken from him. And I just wanted to just give him a shout out. I don't do RIPs, but I do want to say, you know what? He was a dope artist. I'm not going to get into the sad story of young, talented people trying to make it out of the hood. I think he was in Philly. You get me? And just to let you know, the good guys and the bad guys, they're all at risk. Yeah, you're good you, you're good you and my bad you, or my bad you and your bad you and my good you. They're all at risk of the fuckery, of the lifestyle, of the streets, of the roads, of the violence. You get me? They're all at risk. You could raise your child to be an exemplary adult, exemplary human being, and still the bad eggs are all around. Yesterday, going about my business, I think there was like a family event going on, and basically 2 youths got into an argument with some big men, some adults, yeah, and then wanted to back out a knife, yeah, and then they've backed out the knife, and the adults are just like obviously trying to defend themselves, and I think the adults end up smashing up these youths, and because one of the youths started talking about basically, so imagine it's me and you, South, or me and Maverick, me, you and Maverick, as big men, and then these youths are like talking about, all right, cool, yeah, watch, fucking, little Jermaine's gonna get it. Little Jermaine's gonna get deaded. That's one of our youths or one of our in our family. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like basically saying, all right, cool. I'm saying I'm gonna dead your youth, or like, and it's like rah. So I think these youths got a beating or whatever. But it's like the lack of respect, the lack of empathy, the lack of care. We're all in one community. We're threatening elders. We're threatening youngers. We're attempting to like. I walked home because it was right in the corner from my yard. I walked home and it just made me think to myself, you know what? I don't want to be around there no more. I don't want to be around there no more. Nah, it's not even worth it because it just like because the brothers that these youths were trying to activate on are like good men, fathers. You see them on the school run. They're good youths. They're not road youths. They're not on no crud. You get me? They're doing good things, positive things. I'm not going to expose what they do in real record. I'm not trying to identify them. But these are good men, bro.
Don't matter. It never matters.
Like, I mean, like, get me? Like, good men, bruv. Like, not even cruddy youths or, like, not even cruddy men that used to be on or rare. These are, like, the good guys from the ends. That man them, innit? Like, but just normal. Just picking up their youths from school and just chilling with family. They're not doing no fuckery. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And this is, and yeah, like you said, the youths just don't give a damn. And I had two thoughts that went through my head. One was, if we catch youths doing this type of madness, should we just bore them up? Nah, I mean that came out wrong, but like, should we just fight fire with fire? Like, if you're really trying to threaten the community, because one thing is, we're out here trying to help you young men. I hope any of you watch this, forward it. Yo, us big men with a conscience, us big men that have been through stuff, and even us big men that haven't, our heart is with you. Yeah, we see what you're going through, we see what you're facing, and we just want you lot to live a better life. Yeah, there's nothing we wouldn't do to try and improve your lifestyles, and you want to turn your anger and your violence onto us. So not only just your peer group, that's not good enough. Now you want to start focusing on old men, big men, grey-haired men, fathers, uncles, granddads, and women. You want because you know. Look at the woman that died. I'm gonna chat about that. The chick that died at Carnival. You know what I mean? Like, we're just you youngsters, you just don't care who you're like, and we've been in your corner. You don't care who you're aiming your blades at and whatever. Indiscriminate, innocent youths. Like, you just don't care. And the thing is, there's only so long that community can hold on to this spectre of hope for you lot until it turns into how it is in Nigeria, where the bad youths, you're over there. You might as well go onto your own little island like Pinocchio and be over there. Because when we catch you, we're putting tires around you and we're done in your dance. We ain't supporting you. We're not supporting men that can't even chill with their family on a Saturday evening without being threatened with Rambos. We ain't supporting that, bruv. We can't support that. And if that means that the man them have to finally get off their arse and militarize themselves, yeah, and become a problem to you, it's like we got what? The dads and uncles have got to form a gang to fucking deal with our own youths in our community. We now got to form a gang that's on more than just talking and trying to we got to ride out on you. Because that's how man them are feeling, like, raw. You don't want the elders to turn back to their dark ways. You don't want that. No one wants that. The elders don't want that. But no one wants to throw their life away. I could have thrown my life away that day because I was so close to being involved. And who knows how I was going to react or what could happen to me. Man said the man's swinging the thing like he's trying to open up someone's chest. Like, for nothing. No one's been hurt. No one's been harmed. But this is what you want to do.
I spoke to you the other day that chinged his dad.
Man chinged his dad.
Chinged his dad. Baby sister there.
That young man in America, LQA, I think his name is. Sad story. Talented brother. Seems to always be the case. Do you know what I mean? Those with talent and promise and actually whatever. You know, so when you're an innocent... I don't think it's good to be an innocent person in this world. Yeah? I don't think it's good to... My thing is dirty woke. I tell you every week, dirty woke. I feel like balance is balance, right? So as much as you want to do good and be the change that you want to see, you also have to stay military minded. And you know what I mean? You know, like they say, don't tell me be safe. You get me? Or stay dangerous. Because you need to stay dangerous to others as well. Because man's not trying to be a sitting duck out here because you're a good guy. And get out from the fuckery. Don't think you're going to be around the fuck. Like, it's mad, bro. You're making people not even want to help no more. You'll make people think just like, fuck this, individualism. I'm just doing my own thing, sticking to myself. Because the same people I'm going to try to help are the same people that's going to try to done my dance. I know for a fact that these two adults that end up in these in this scenario that I'm talking about, I know for a fact they do their bit to help the community and they're always there when anything goes down and they need help. I know for a fact they're just like me when it comes to that. You get me? They got heart for the youths. So to be threatening them and their family and whatever, it's stupid. And the youths that were involved, when I saw the youths, they're down on the floor, handcuffed and that rare. I'm not going to lie, I would have never thought these youths were on anything like that. I don't know. I just wouldn't. I've admitted this for a long time. I don't have that eye self.
I'll be real with you, yeah. that I don't mean nothing no more, because it seems to me like every single youth is
just
on
on
it.
it,
Because I've met youths that don't meet no demographic to road.
Yeah.
Fuck with them or try them. They're going to try with all their might and power to show you that you're not about to
To be
take
fair,
them
I
out.
might have been one of them as well growing up.
100%.
Because I don't know how convincing I looked.
No.
But a lot of people would end up, you know, unpleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
So I get that.
But
But I feel like it's just happening more. It's just more. Like you could tell people that were bad or thought they were bad or had a bit of badness in them or whatever. You could feel a little vibration. Now, I'm telling you, because all the youths dress the same and look the same and hairstyles and rare, it's all cloney, not really much individualism out there.
Yeah.
It's like the youths that are on it, youths that ain't, they all dress the same. In fact, the youths that ain't on it look like they're just trying to dress like the youths that are whatever.
I told the youths the other day, where I work, there's a clear distinction between road youth and badly behaved. Clear distinction.
Yeah.
And the road youths run the badly behaved youths. They're shook of them. The badly behaved youths can't look at the road youths for love nor money. They're shit scared. Anytime there's an issue, you can send one of the road youths to go pattern up the classroom. And everyone's behaving, innit? Is what I'm saying. And I said to the youth the other day, you're moving from Greenwich to Walthamstow. If you move from there to there in the same outfit that you're in, you're going to encounter the same issues. Now, a public statement that I'm willing to make is, I believe the Nike Tech Fit is cursed. Yeah, whether you're grown or not. If you're grown and you're wearing a Nike Tech, you're going to enter the demographics of the young youths, and they're going to look at you as a target. That Nike Tech is cursed.
You know what? Yeah,
it's
I'm
cursed.
so against your message, but I so agree with you.
It's cursed, bro.
I'm
swear,
so
man.
against your message because it just gets us into the zone of, oh, you can't wear this and you can't wear that. But I'm not gonna lie,
you kind of can't.
When you say that Nike Tech thing, this has been an argument that the elders and and mums and that have been making for what, 10 years? I don't know. Nike Tech's kind of old now, isn't it? Like it's been around, bro.
Yeah,
Because I remember, because we got youngers that were asking for Nike Techs, and I remember their parents saying no, and I was thinking.
No,
well, ain't
bro,
that
my
deep.
son asked me for one. I laughed at him. I said, I'll buy you any other one, but you're not getting a Nike Tech. You're not even getting the one in H&M that
Maybe
because
I'm
the
guessing
look.
about 10 years, but
About
been
6.
around for
I would have said 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Car. I'm thinking of nephew.
Yeah, it's been around for a bit,
I,
but
I had to show nephew's mum. Nah.
Yeah, I even
maybe
remember that
not.
scenario, right?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
And I feel like there was a couple other where people were saying, nah, he wants a Nike Tech, and I'm just like, right, it's just a tracksuit. But it's mad though. But because it's the only thing youths are wearing, is it cursed or do youths just is childhood cursed?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
only thing the youths are wearing, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, I would never say that just the existence of that generation isn't cursed. But I wouldn't say it is because I don't want to put it on there.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're cursed, but yeah, you know what I mean?
But I wouldn't or would say that they're cursed. But the outfit, I feel like they sat down with candles lit and a pentagram in the middle of the floor and laid out every colourway. And they dashed something on it because every drill video, and I'm not against drill, just to put that out there, but every drill video, every youth running around on the street, every youth that I see dead laying on the floor as I drive by and the forensics are with them, they're wearing a Nike Tech, bro, and a Nike Shiesty. So tell me anything else, I don't know. You get me? I'm just trying to send my youth out in jeans and a shirt and pray for the best.
All right, boom. You ever been stabbed?
Yeah. Twice. In my shoulder, my arm.
Man said it like a regular. Man said it like a pincushion.
Oh yeah, I clocked it. I clocked how I said
Man
it.
said it like
but
a pincushion.
that's also part of the problem because I'm so desensitized to it. Always like, yeah, come on, bro.
I've been stabbed. Yeah. Once in secondary school. My mum just got shot, murdered, killed. I was expelled from my last secondary school. I got introduced to a new secondary school, and I was in the technology class, and I was minding my own business, and a brother said something or whatever, I don't know, something like an argument about space or something like that, and I came out. Whatever he said, something rare, whatever, rare, and then he says, "Suck your mum." Yeah, but like literally. Like, this is months. My mum's just been murdered, didn't it? I said, suck your mum. And I don't want to glorify things, but I was like, all right, cool. So when we came out of the class, remember I went out. I came out of the class first, and I just stood somewhere and just waited. And you come out of the class, and he come out and he walked in my direction. I said, "Yo, bro, like I'm saying, what you say about my mom?" Kind of thing. A man said, "What, pussy up?" And before I know it, he had this fountain pen in his hand, and he stabbed me in my mouth, in the corner of in the corner of my lip, or whatever, or the corner of my mouth, bow, like that. And he got to stab me again. I put my hand up, and he stabbed me in my hand, and then obviously the rest of the story. You know what I mean? The part that I'm not trying to glorify.
Berserk.
The part I'm not trying to glorify.
Mental.
Yeah? But, yeah, obviously, yeah, just quickly, just because I told that story, I went crazy on him, you know? I was insanely violent, and, yeah, he was dealt with proper. I've never seen a black man develop black eyes so quickly.
Mad.
He went sliding down the wall. It's the one and only time I can say that I actually blacked out. I generally can't picture whatever it is I did to him.
There was
I
nothing.
just know it was just a rush of energy in his direction that he couldn't handle. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't handle. My brain couldn't handle whatever. My circuit overloaded. By the time I realised Wagwan, he was severely injured.
And do you know what's mad? Mumsy passed away. I've seen man black out and they got their mum dead there.
Right.
Fuck your
Yeah,
mum.
yeah, over-
but do you know
over
what's
SYM.
crazy? It's weird how you say this, yeah. If I can say it quickly, the youths, a lot of the youths that I work with have lost their mums. Do you know what? All the youths that I've worked with have lost their mums. And they get triggered by the same suck your mum.
Yeah.
So I'm actually doing a suck your mum workshop right now.
That makes sense.
And do you know the wickedest thing? I'm actually informing them that
Suck your mum workshop.
Suck your mum workshop. I'm actually informing them that you are being controlled. And I said to one of the youths, if I told you suck your mum on Monday and you bug out on me on Monday and I get the better of you, I know every single day how I'm going to control and run your day. So I become your puppet master. So every time you walk into that building, I'm like, suck your mum. And your day is mine. And you're getting punch up even after. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, suck your mum workshop.
Yeah,
very effective.
That's
very effective.
Because it's a very controlling thing. Just to wrap up that story, because it's nothing to do with really what I'm chatting. I just wanted to tell you that, like, my story of getting stabbed in school or whatever, right? Mashed him up. Then the man said, "Rah, what you do to Damien?" Or whatever. Yeah, Damien's the one that got mashed up. I think that was his name, something like that. But then, yeah, big up Jeffrey Chaucer. I smacked up like 7 man that day. Went from man to man to man to man. Everybody wanted to fight me. I was like the new youth in the school. I was the only real official Peckham youth. Like, there was man from kind of like Peckham or Rare. Big up, like, you know, Laptis and all them man, they were there. That they're from like Gloucester, like Giggs's block, and you know what I mean. But it was like I was seen as someone from Peckham. I weren't really affiliated with the Peckham youths like that at all. So it was literally just whatever. But every man wanted to try their bit to try and get a little stripes, and I smacked up about 6-7 man. And the reason why I know it was 6-7 man is because I ended up getting arrested for 6 assaults. 6 APs.
Yeah, definitely 6-7 man.
Yeah, bottled
Definitely.
one you, beat up this one, chased one you all the way to Elephant Castle. Rare. It was deep. Yeah, it was so deep. I was fighting. So many different men wanted to fight. Yeah, every single man wanted to fight. Big up all them man there, because obviously we're all adults now. I don't know any of them. But I know I smacked you all up. But that was then, innit? I smacked up all these man. Everyone wanted to fight, and it was like, rah, some real cowardly shit, like trying to. And my cardio is low now. I'm tired, rare. And people wanted to fight, and then some girls from the next school just appeared and was like, "Nah, that's Jedi. Nah, move from him. Like, rare. Like, nah, you look what? You're all trying to fight one brother. Rare. So I was like, anyway, I told that story because of the stabbing thing, right? The reason why I'm bringing up the stabbing thing is because I'm just saying. Southside said he's been stabbed twice. I've been stabbed probably twice, like 2 different occasions, and That's like even trauma for people to get stabbed once. So imagine getting stabbed 14 times like Tory Lane. Boom, let's go. So Tory Lanez in jail for the apparent unloading of a firearm into Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, he's in jail. I'm hearing stories that in jail he's doing his thing and, you know, he's popular in jail and he's helping people out with their cases and whatnot. And he's ended up getting bored up 14 times by a brother that's doing 2 life sentences. Let this be a cautionary tale to you boys and girls. Jail is an unpredictable and wild place, and it seems like we're going to be on the jail theme for a while. I'm sure you know what the next story is going to be, right? It's an unpredictable... wait, don't even go there.
Free the guys.
No, yeah. It's an unpredictable and wild thing. And Tory Lanez was sentenced to like 10 years in jail, and he's been bored up 14 times. And I'm saying, people are saying he might not have even done the crime. Please be careful, man. Like, someone has employed this Mexican dude that's got nothing to lose, yeah, to try and take man out there. 14 times ain't a joke. Something like 6 times in the back, twice in the back of the head. Like man's just.
But surviving that is not a joke. Like, and I've heard certain man.
One and done.
21 and held it.
Oh, 21 stabs.
Yeah, 21
yeah.
and held it.
You can whisper about that. You just
It's a bit mad, isn't it? 21 and survived.
That's crazy. People really trying to shave your whole life away. But yeah, I just wanted, because everyone knows about the Tory Lanez thing. I don't know whether he's guilty or innocent or whatever.
I got told that he didn't go jail for the shooting. We went jail for possession. I don't know what's right or wrong, but the person was adamant. Like, no, it weren't for the actual toll thing. He got cleared from that, but it was just for the possession of a firearm.
I don't know.
So I actually don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that's correct, because his lawyers are going on the news talking about they've got new information that a bodyguard overheard a conversation of the friend, the girlfriend that was with Megan Thee Stallion, saying that she's the one that done it or whatever. So I don't know what the truth is, but, you know, swift recovery to anyone dealing with, you know, stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Because them things, they can have a massive impact on you, probably more than the 10 years in jail. But yeah, I just wanted to say, cautionary tale of going to jail, man. Tory Lanez, I've covered it. There ain't really much more I'm gonna say. Do you know what I mean? I could bust some jokes about it, but you know, being a pincushion ain't really funny, bro. And it can happen to anyone.
Pincushion.
Yeah, it could happen.
No, pincushion is the maddest.
Could happen to anyone, bro. It's like, yo,
anyone.
Serious, you know. Okay, so talking about J-Lass. So get me. Man like Chris Brown has said deuces to freedom.
Free
deuces.
I know bare gal crying because they had
the tickets, yeah,
£300-400 tickets for me.
Is that what the tickets cost?
You know them too, and you know when you look in their eye, they're not even gonna be able to look back in your eye.
Man.
And I'm gonna show them this on purpose.
Man,
man had to really
3-4 bills, yeah.
Really sit down and talk to people.
I mean, look, man, you like what you like. If you got the spare money, that I don't have the spare 4 bills to watch someone singing.
I'll be real.
At the moment.
I'll be real. 4 bills there or not.
No, I don't have.
I'm not prepared to spend.
There's 4 bills there, isn't it? Is there 4 bills there for a concert?
No, but I'm saying, even if there's a spare 4 bills, even if you're taking the 4 bills out your nice savings,
yeah,
I'm not spending 4 bills to watch nobody. And it could be the locks we've been before.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, cool,
no,
safe.
we're not doing
4
that.
bills.
I'm not doing 4 bills.
4 bills.
So yeah, Chris Brown, Chris Brown has been embroiled in something where it's alleged that he bottled somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of violence in today's show.
Can I run through the questions I've been given?
Oh,
I think you'll be able to answer
what
them.
questions?
Why wasn't he arrested at the airport?
He came in on a private jet.
But you still got to go through border control. You don't on a private jet. You don't have to show nobody your passport.
I don't think so. I think not always.
Okay.
I'll be lying if I said I know.
Yeah, no, that would not be the only thing that made sense.
I think that you just private jet, you could just kind of just cut through. It's a lot.
Where does a celebrity go on remand? A celebrity.
There's no. We don't have celebrity prison. You just go to jail.
I've been told Cat A.
You just go to jail. Now, what I'm hearing is that when you're a high-profile prisoner, they could have you on different regimes than other prisoners. So from what I've seen, he's not really allowed out with other prisoners, except for like some cleaners or whatever.
So there's no specific jail for like high-profile people. So they could be in Thamesmead.
Like, at the end of the day, where his case is in Southwark Crown Court or Southwark Court or whatever, I feel like if they're not doing video link, they're gonna have to move him. What they would normally do, he'd be in 10 or Bricky.
I've seen that he's been moved to Birmingham, but obviously it's the internet.
No,
so
he was in Birmingham, I think,
Okay.
or Manchester, or whatever. So he was around there already. But your case is in Southwark, so you get me? I don't know where they're gonna take. I swear it's Bricky. Is it Bricky?
It'll be
Bricky or Wano.
Wano. Bricky or Wano.
Maybe one of them other jails. I don't know. I don't really know about them.
Maybe even what's the one in Surrey? High Point or High Down?
High Down. Maybe High Down. You get me? I doubt they skip Bricky though, but it's mad for Chris Brown. Like, personally, in my mind, I was like, yo, listen, if there's ever a good time to be a prisoner, it'd be now if you're on the wing with Chris Brown and you can help him out with something. You get me? Anything Chris Breezy needs, pattern, because he's going to be dropping them postal orders and them bank accounts. Get me? Somewhat, like, trust me, if he was to go jail, whoever's around him is gonna be nice.
He might have to turn into an act for 12 months.
He's gonna have to take his shahada.
God. What, GBH is looking at what minimum? 2?
You ain't nothing but an act. Waiting for me to fuck up. Mad.
He's gonna find out if them girls are loyal or not.
Nah, they will be loyal.
But what is a GBH? 2 minimum?
What's a GBH? 2 minimum? I think it's more than 2 minimum. I think it's more than 2 minimum still, especially for what they're accusing him of. Like, it's like hitting the brother with a bottle 3 times.
Yeah, but like, do you know, in my head, like, what force was you using where you could use the same bottle 3 times?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't even know if he's guilty or not. But yeah, the brother that is claiming you did this once, 16 mil, wanted 16 mil.
Do we know who it is?
I don't know. I think he's known who he is. Yeah, he's a producer.
Yeah, but has the name been disclosed?
I think so.
Okay.
But I just can't remember what it is. But yeah, Chris Brown, Gallama crying. You know what I mean? Write him a letter or something if you know where he is. He's in HMP something. They said what HMP is. Write him a letter, man. You know what I mean? Tell him to keep his head up. All right, let's go again.
The man says he intentionally set that fire because he wanted his freedom. He's 32 years old. He weighs just 68 pounds. Waterbury, Connecticut police say he was so emaciated that his body resembled that of a patient with advanced cancer. The man was trapped inside of his home, he says, drinking from the toilet to stay hydrated. He was held inside of a room that had multiple locks on the outside of the door. He says his stepmother, 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan, subjected him to prolonged abuse, starvation, severe neglect, and inhumane treatment. She's charged with assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, cruelty to persons, and reckless endangerment.
Honestly, when I read about it and talk to the investigators and overlook the interviews, it was worse than the conditions of a jail cell.
So the last time this man really interacted with the outside world was when he was in grade school, but he stopped going to school in 4th grade when family services started asking questions. The last time police were in this home was last April. The stepmother's attorney says these charges are outlandish.
We believe that he may have walked through the fire to get out of the room that he was in, but he stands at 5'9" and he weighed 68 pounds.
Wow.
It's amazing that he's alive.
The warrant for the stepmother's arrest states the alleged victim says he was locked in a second-floor room that measured 8 by 9 feet. He was only let out for 15 minutes to 2 hours a day to do house chores.
She genuinely appeared shocked when I told her about these allegations.
Ioannis Kaloidis is Sullivan's attorney.
She was not his primary caretaker as he was growing up.
She wasn't?
No.
Who was?
His father was.
His father died January of 2024. That still leaves a gap of time before the victim was found by police.
And during that time, my client is adamant that there was no locks used on those doors. There was no restraint imposed on him.
And Tom Hansen joins us now from Waterbury, Connecticut. Tom, this young man was 11 when this allegedly started. Did the authorities ever stop by the house in any way?
Yeah, well, John, we're learning that authorities actually did stop by at least twice in 2005, but they didn't find any signs of neglect. They said the house was in good living condition. They were just as shocked as anyone when they came across this scene back in February.
Yo, so that's crazy. So basically, 30-year-old brother has started a fire in the yard to like get free, and he's basically been locked up for time by his stepmom, and it's a sad story. You know what I mean? I said I was gonna show this to my youths, so that they know how serious it can be to be grounded.
I thought he was gonna say the most serious thing in the world.
But yeah,
the prolonged grounding.
No, yeah, that's when you're grounded. When she says you ain't going out,
bro,
that's levels.
She
but
meant
like,
it.
obviously, this cool bitch, she's like only 20-something years older than him. I don't know where the dad is. That this is a stepmom. This is a, man, it's a sad story. You see the way the brother looks as well, man. Like all jokes aside, and that, man, it's really cruel. I'm glad he's got his freedom, but he ain't like, you can't get over stuff like this. So I don't know how he's gonna repiece or replace or reconstruct his life. But like, yeah, man, this is the thing, man. Sometimes the people that are supposed to be looking after you, the closest people to you, are the ones that can do the most demonic, devilish stuff, man. Such a sad world we live in, where people treat youths like this. Like, my man's got to 30. Like, so he's just been locked up his whole life, basically. Abused. Who knows what type of abuse? Man's having to drink from the toilet to get hydrated and that. Like, you know what I mean? So congratulations for this brother using his brain, starting a fire in the crib and getting himself free. Very smart. And yeah, put the woman under the jail. Put her under. To be honest, I just feel like when you come to cases like this, why are you putting somebody in jail for? For what?
So you're saying
I
the
just think
death
we're wasting.
penalty?
I just think, why are we putting people in jail for this, man? Like, what to do? What?
Sometimes I go between the thought process of, is jail worse than death because death is imminent? So in jail,
I know what you mean.
I
Yeah, I know, like you get freedom. Like you know what I mean. You want someone to suffer and all that.
Yeah, but then where you could be sent when you're dead, that sounds worse than jail.
All right, Pastor, well, relax yourself, bro.
Sorry.
You know what he's saying? I'm not falling for it. I know what he's not falling for it. Yeah? But you get me? Heaven and hell, depending on what you lot believe in, but for real, the afterlife might be something, because so many people act like they don't believe in no kind of afterlife. They're just going to do whatever now. And maybe I don't know. Yeah, but cruelty to children, man, it is what it is, man. It's deep. It's a very deep thing, man. Shaquille Febu, jailed for life for stabbing mum at carnival. So this is the mum that was stabbed at last carnival, lost their life. I think there was a fight going on or something like that, and she ended up getting stabbed by this guy, and now he's going to jail for life. I want to highlight it because this young lady, this mum that died, happened to be like a cousin or family member of somebody that I know and I check for. And so it made it even more real to me. Very sad. And it kind of coincides with what I was saying earlier about the like, there's just no borders. Anyone can get it. Mums can get it. Dads can get it. Anyone, you're at carnival with you can get it. Like, it's like there's a bloodthirst, there's a bloodlust that the youngsters have, a desperation, or is it a fear? They're so scared that they just strike anyone, or is it, I don't know. But I just wanted to highlight that story because we spoke about it before, I think a couple episodes ago. So I brought it back just to let you know the brother's got life now. So, the brother's got life. More lives was dashed away. Crazy, man. I'm going to move on, though. Boom! Body cam footage emerges of senior prison officer lipsing up a convicted purveyor of narcotics.
I don't think you believe your own nonsense sometimes.
Just get off, Joe.
You massage it, or even just leave it open. Come on. So sexy.
Yeah, and there's multiple scenes of them going and like
Female prison officer.
Huh? Yeah, female. Yeah, female. There's just keep scrolling through while I chat. Yeah, there's multiple scenes of them like canoodling and whatever, and she's like, oh, come and get your toilet roll, and then he comes into the room and they close the door and then they start lipsing up and whatever. It looks fun. Apparently, though, this chick had a husband, and the husband found out and left her. You get me? Obviously. So she's going to work and she's lipsing up prisoners. Like, so when your missus says that she wants to work in the prison service, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know if that, I think this might be one of the jobs that has to be on the blacklist of what your missus can do.
I would have been told her, where? Go drive a bus. The fuck you doing in the prisons, yo? And that's not even
me with
out
my
of,
big
like,
heart. I'd be like, right, do you? Like, obviously, I'm not even really trying to be with a prison officer. If I'm honest, but I'm not sure it will put me off seeing a chick, but maybe progressing. I don't know, but it just looks like, listen, brothers, if your chick works in a prison, yeah, you might have to give it a sniff test when she comes home or whatever. I don't know what you got to do. You get me? But like, female prison officers are going brazy. They were never going brazy, and they didn't even look like how they look now. When I was in Penn, they like the trollops that like looked like one piece of porridge that had been flicked at a wall in high speed. That's what her shape's
one
like.
eye candy.
There was one or two eye candy ones, and when I look back on it now, they were definitely getting clouted by someone. It just weren't me. It just weren't me. But I'm looking at the fat nurse with the big tits. The fat nurse all the way up in like Somerset. Okay, Mr. Ali. I don't know what accent I was trying to just do there. Somerset. Cornwall, harvester. Combine harvester. Whatever. Okay, Mr. Ali. So you said you have a headache. I don't know why I've gone Irish. You get me? But you said you had a headache. And I'm like, oh yeah, Miss, what's your first name?
Mud.
Get me? What, can I call you Susan? Yeah. You're a cheeky one, ain't you? And you're thinking, wow, she likes me, you know? And that's it. But these men are beating and skeeting and jeeting and filming and like enjoying life, getting like the thrill. That'll make your time pass. I don't blame the brother at all. The man in jail, you're doing what you're supposed to do. And for the woman, listen, even if you see a brother, you find him attractive, if you generally find him attractive or you think he's a nice guy, because the thing is, a lot of people in jail are nice guys. And not everyone in jail is going to be ugly. So there's going to be someone that you actually feel.
Well, if you fall in love with an ex-convict, you're gonna fall in love with a convict doing time. Like, there's not much of a difference, isn't it?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
there's a whole big difference. The ex is the massive difference.
Yeah, cool.
Because,
cool, but the person's still the same.
No.
You know
Actually,
what I mean?
the ex kind of denotes that you're not a convict anymore.
Yeah, so then she might as well just wait for him to be free.
This is where I was getting to. So I'll just say, ladies, just cool off. Rub an ice cube on it. You get me? Just chill out for a bit. If it's bothering you, rub an ice cube on it, or get a pack of frozen peas, just press it on there, and just relax, man.
Cool. No.
Relax, because you're not gonna end up going jail. She nearly went jail, you know. She's got utes. The chick's got utes. I think 2 or 3 utes. The judge said, "True, you're the sole carer of the utes because your husband left you because of this. I'm not going to send you jail. So I'm going to give you a suspended sentence because otherwise your youths will be going into care." Now, these are things you need to think about as well.
But he might have made all the other women a bit more comfortable to try a thing.
No. Well, I don't know. I don't even care. For me personally, let me be real. For me, if you're a prison officer, female prison officer, and you're doing whatever you want with the men, good luck to you and good luck to the men. The problem is, when it's male prison officers doing it to the women, all of a sudden they seem as like groomers and abusers and whatever.
yeah.
It's a different way of looking at it, right? I think someone else pointed that out. Big up Ling Mei. I think Ling Mei did say that. Or Mei Ling. I always say her name wrong. But yeah, big her up. But yeah, if it was men doing it, male officers, it's like abuse of power, this, that, rare. But anyway, I don't hold no grudges for the woman. Do your thing. Give your head. Get me. Give up your butt and your pussy and your throat and whatever you want to do for the prison system and for the man them locked up. Do that if that's what you want to do. But when you get nabbed and your face gets plastered everywhere, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Come on, sisters, man. Guard yourself. Guard your modesty, man. Guard your dignity. Yeah? I understand. You want to grab a little... It's a bit dangerous. It's a bit of rare. I get that. But if you're going to dish the tun-tun, one thing is, stop filming stuff. Like, this chick had a body camera on. I'm very confused at Wagwan. You're wearing a body cam. You're wearing a body cam and you're lip-syncing man up behind a closed door, like, screeching to go on... Come on, man, wake up. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
I always said to myself, I'll never be a baby mum.
So why was he different?
Well, they're connected.
Thank you.
Because I tried to trap for time now, man. It didn't work.
Who did you try to trap?
You know, anybody I could get my hands on. It was that deep. I needed a kid and I had PCOS. I know it sounds very messed up, but it is what it is. It's my truth, innit? Like, I just wanted to be a mum. I had infertility problems. I have one fallopian tube. I lost my other tube through ectopic pregnancy. So I didn't have much time on my hands. So, you know, when I had that doctor appointment, it was basically now or never. And I want to have my kids young so I can enjoy the rest of my life. So I kept going back, sleeping with my ex. Like, this is before I met my partner, by the way. And just wasn't connecting. I would do like ovulation, I would track, always get a negative. I'm like, this man, like, I need to get out of this country. So a lot of things was making me depressed and I didn't care who the dad would be because I'm good. Like, I don't need a man to help me to raise my child. I'm a hustler, I got it. So I just knew I just wanted a kid and that's it. Went to Jamaica, he loved what he saw, connected, and here I am with my baby.
Listen, man, this is every man's nightmare. It should be, man.
Oh my days.
You just happen to be. You just happen to be. You just like whoever walked through that door, whoever nutted, whoever's semen connected, as she's saying, then that's who's gonna be her baby father. And I feel like what a shame, especially when you say to your child when your child says, "Mom, like you and my dad, like wagwan," and then you're just like, "Yeah, well, it's basically whoever could get me pregnant, whoever could nut in me and get me pregnant." Because I've been trying to trap dons for time. Now, Miss R Fabulous is like, she's a comedian and she's maybe not intentionally a comedian, but she's funny and whatever. And people like to watch her for the car crash. I see that she gets a lot of female support, right? And this is now the time that I want you females to take your 2 fingers, yeah, and shrub them and pull them out and have a fucking sniff. Or I'll do, smell that. Smell that. Tell me that don't stink. Yeah, because everyone act like it's... Tell me, women, you lot got to really be... The ones that champion shit like that, sisters like that, now it's time for you to be like, okay, cool, I can't follow you down this road. I need to read the comments and what they're saying, because they're usually defending her. Oh, I love her. Oh, rare, she's hilarious. You can't love this. This ain't the shit. This ain't the thing. Because you're always getting onto deadbeat dads and rare. And then you got a woman out here just willingly just trying to procreate with anyone. And... I would like to. I mean, look, no one. I ain't no judge and jury, yeah. But like, as a man, as a member of society, maturing to a certain point now, looking at the world, I'm like, alright, cool. Your lifestyle's your lifestyle. Whatever you lot are doing, whatever we are doing privately, we're doing privately. Yeah. You could be beating 5 women, 12 women, rare, all that. But you see the attitude of I didn't care. That was the point I'm saying. It's not that you got pregnant by someone you weren't really in a relationship. That's bad enough. This, I didn't care. It could have been anyone. I've been trying to trap dons for how long? I've been trying to beat dons when I'm ovulating. Going back to my ex, and then I just met my partner. I met my man in Jamaica, and yeah, the nut connected. The nut connected, and yeah, here I am with a baby, and I'm like, and then she says, she's already planned to not have a father. She already said, I don't care about the dad because I'm a hustler, I can make it. Anything could happen to you, sister. Yeah, the world's not, life is not promised. And I don't know what our Fabulous's relationship is like with her dad, but I'm assuming, I'm just going to make an assumption, I could be wrong and correct me, that she doesn't have the most successful relationship with her own father, therefore doesn't see the necessity and yeah, she doesn't see the necessity to have a man in her life. I know she always talking about her mum and whatever. Her mum's on the internet kind of skinning out her business. I don't know. It's just a whole weird setup, man. You know what I mean? She seems like a lovely chick. I reckon me and our Fabulous will sit down and fucking crack up like a house on fire. Don't ever get me twisted. But you see this thing here? Like, yeah, that ain't right. It ain't right, man. And yes, the ideal thing is to have consensual relationships and have a consensual plan to create a life and then to go forward and both of you work with each other to raise that child. To just go out of your way to say, well, boom, I'm just trying to get nutted in and hopefully something connects and I'm pregnant and I don't care who the dad is going to be. That's a madness. And that's so sad.
That's a tramp. That's what I'd say.
It is trampy still.
That's a
because
tramp.
we'd say that to our brother. It is trampy. So I'm saying, sisters, have a smell. Get me? Have a sniff. Tell me, does this stink? Yeah? Tell me, does this stink? Does this smell like pineapples? Or does it smell like feces? Hey, that's it. Hey, there's a contrast. You got pineapples and feces. Right, boom. Maverick on the 1s and 2s, how long has it been?
Hour and 6.
Boom! I'm out of here, man. That's it. Make sure you log in. I've got a new show popping off on Thursday, so you have to stay tuned. Watch the socials, Jedionline. Make sure you get to, stay tuned with what I'm cooking. Yeah, and you'll see. We got a surprise for you. So Thursday, hopefully, there'll be a pleasant surprise for you lot. New show, new format, new very rare. And we're gonna keep it pushing. Jedionline. Big up Maverick on the 1s and 2s. Big up man like Southside in the building. And yeah.